Hi, my name is Mike. In today's video, I've got a teaching about, it's called Satan's Fall Will Happen Before the Gathering of the Elect. I know some people out there are going to say, oh, what? No, it's not going to happen. We're going to be out of here before anything happens. Let me prove it in Scripture. Then you can say your comments after. But let me show you in Scripture that shows that Satan's fall will happen before the gathering of the elect. And I'll read it and let me show you in Scripture. Revelation 12:3-5. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon it was born. She gave birth to a male child, one who is to rule all nations with a rod of iron. But her child was caught up to God and to his throne. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this down bit by bit to show you that Satan's fall comes before the gathering of the elect. Okay, let's start with explain it bit by bit. First of all, it says here, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Right, red dragon. Well, dragon represents Satan. Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was thrown down, the serpent of old, who was called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was then thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. Revelation 20:2, and he laid hold of the dragon, the serpent of old, who is devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. So dragon represents Satan. Also, if you look at as you go down, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Well, let me just show you what it means. In Revelation 13:7, it was permitted to wage war with the holy ones and conquer them, and it was given authority over every tribe and people and tongue and nation. 1 John 5:19, we know that we are children of God, and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. Psalms 2:2, the kings of the earth take their stand, and high officials gather together as one against the Lord and against his anointed one. Daniel 7:24, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. So horns, heads, this represents kingdoms or kings and crowns as well. So he's authority, the beast has got authority over all the world. So as we continue, next bit, and he drew a third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. Well, the dragon drew a third of the stars. Well, Satan is the dragon, and he misled a third of God's angels. We can read that at 12:9. And the great dragon was thrown down, the ancient serpent is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. Also other scriptures that represent stars meaning angels. Revelation 1:20, as for the mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in the right hand and the 7 golden lampstands, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches. So that's, see if you've got anything else here. Revelation 9:1, and the 5th angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky of the earth and was given the key of the shaft of the abyss. So stars usually represent angels or fallen angels also. So I've already put up to here. There appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon is Satan, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Kingdoms and kingdoms he is in control of. His head and his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven. Their fallen ones, a third part of his angels will be fallen with him and cast to the earth. What I'll do a part 2 as it's getting quite long. God bless. Bye-bye.